Friends, let's use some Paramount Dips colors today. So the first color is Beetlejuice, which is a gorgeous black with some silver in it. Garnet is a beautiful red, and then we have Free Spirit, which is a multicolored glitter, which literally goes with everything. So in today's video, I'm going to be using my OG liquids, and later on, I'm going to show you if you use a dip powder that leaves your cuticles and hands stained, how you can get rid of that. But do as I say, not as I do, but that'll be coming. Paramount Dips also has their own cuticle tool. So this end you would pick up like glitters and things like that with like gems. And then this side is the side that you would use for cleaning up around your cuticles. So I do 2 dips of the red and black color, and then I only do 1 dip of the glitter. That is how amazing Paramount's glitters are. I don't even know if I've ever done 2 coats of her glitter. Not that I can remember. I get full coverage, which is nice because I already have my full coverage nail extensions on. So when I do glitter, that's adding bulk, and then also I'm going to be encapsulating in clear. I don't show myself dipping twice because that's just repetitive, and I wanted to get to the stamping part of the video and also get to how to clean up your cuticles. So I'm going to start talking about that part now so that I have time before the end of the video. So you can use the cuticle oil or cuticle remover that I like to use is from Blue Cross, and you can get it on Amazon. And you put that on your nails and you let it sit for like a minute, and then you take a glass cuticle, like the pointy end of a glass cuticle pusher thing. I show that later on, so you'll see what I'm talking about. And you can go around and it picks up that staining that happens with some dip powders. Now, my problem is I got too excited and I've done this once before where I did this process too early. I know that it doesn't work out, and I don't know why I did it like this again. But so after I got done with this part, I activated, and then I put my cuticle remover on and then tried to clean up around my cuticles. That is not the part that you want to, that's not like the stage that you want to use the cuticle remover. So the cuticle remover would come at the very end of your mani and before your cuticle oil. So whatever top coat process you're using, either dip liquids or like the gel method, which is what I use to finish off my mani today, that is, after that step is when you want to do the process that I'm going to be showing you. So I did have to end up fixing my pinky, but also you don't want to do the cuticle remover at the process that I'm doing either. If at the process that I do in this video that I intentionally didn't mean to do, if you are planning to keep your mani on longer than a couple of days, because you don't want that cuticle remover like on your dip powder or your cuticles before everything is fully like top coated, so everything is like encapsulated in, because you don't want that residue from the cuticle oil, which can cause like lifting and stuff like that. So yeah, we will get to that part though. So after I only clear cap my glitter because my other nails weren't bulky and I knew that I wouldn't have to file those a lot. If you are at a stage, like if you're a new dipper or whatever, and you tend to have to file a lot, I would just go ahead and clear cap all of your nails at this point, and not just the glitter nail, just to give you a little more wiggle room as far as, filing and buffing. So I filed and buffed off camera. That's what you're seeing right there. And I'm taking a hefty amount of rubbing alcohol on a paper towel. This is how we're going to get a majority of that red off of our cuticles and our finger. I noticed that in the colder months, like now, my skin is super, super, super dry. So even colors that aren't this pigmented, like say maybe a medium shade of like blue or like green, those have been really staining me, and it's just because of my cuticles and my skin are so dry right now. So here's the part that I messed up. So I activated, filed and buffed, cleaned off with rubbing alcohol, and now I have that Blue Cross cuticle remover in that dropper bottle just because it's easier to use. But I have peel base on too, so doing that and then taking this glass file, I popped off a corner. So I end up having to fix that nail. I know better than this because, like I said, I've done it before, and I know that you're supposed to do this step at the very end. I just got ahead of myself because I was excited. So after you let that cuticle remover sit for a good minute, you can go around with this glass cuticle. It's from Bonafide off of Amazon, and it's linked in my Amazon storefront. But it works amazing to get rid of all of that stuck on color that is around your nails. So like I said, you want to do this after you've top coated and your top coat is dry. So don't do it at this step, but I kept this in because it's literally the same process that you're going to do, but just at the end of your mani and not smack dab in the middle like I did. But it works really, really well. And if you have a ton more staining, you can actually go ahead and put some more of the cuticle oil remover on, let it set, and go through again. Just be gentle because you can make your cuticles really sore and tender doing this. Then I'm taking some rubbing alcohol because at this stage you don't want to wash or dry your hand or wash your hands with soap because you haven't finished your mani. So that's why it's best to do it at the end. So I'm just taking rubbing alcohol and making sure I'm getting that cuticle remover off because I don't want it to continue working and making my cuticles sore or taking off more of my cuticle than what I'm wanting. So I just pop, like I said, I had peel base on, I pop my pinky nail off, let it dry, and again, I'm using the stamping plate. I know that I just used it in my last video, but Christmas is going to be over soon, and I'm absolutely loving this stamping plate. There are so many possibilities for it, and I just had to use it again. So that is what we are doing here as far as our nails go at this point. So we have activated, wiped off, accidentally put the cuticle remover on already, wiped off with the rubbing alcohol again, and then I'm going in with my stamping. So the little book that you saw actually has sticky sheets in it, and it cleans off your stamping heads. So it just takes off all of the extra stamp that may be on there, and I absolutely love it. It's also from Clear Jelly Stamper, just like this stamping plate. It works amazing. Also remember to wipe with 100% acetone in between each not in between each stamp application. You don't want that to dry in the little crevices of your stamping plate because later on, if you go to use it later and all of the stamping polish isn't up, it can cause picking up your image to be difficult. So just make sure between each stamp that you're wiping your plate. And then I'm taking the Maniology No Smudge Top Coat, and I'm just going to go over top of the stamping that I did just to make sure that nothing smudges on me. And then with a angled brush, I'm going to take my acetone and just start cleaning up around my fingers and getting off the stamping that got on there. You can also use what are they called? The stuff that you put around like your cuticles and then can peel it off. The one that I have is terrible and never peels off of my skin, so I don't use it. But yeah, so after that, we're going to go in with our OG Dip gel base and gel top coat to finish off our mani. So after I do my gel base, I'm going to cure for 30 seconds and then go in with my gel top coat, cure for 60 seconds, and then the mani is done. So after you cure for 60 seconds, that is the part that you want to go in with your cuticle remover and do the process that I did. Also, you're going to notice at the end, you're going to see on my thumb, I have buildup of a lot of red at my cuticle area. That is from like just dry cuticle, dry skin. So I actually just take my cuticle nippers, which I did not film, and I just cut those off. So in my end result picture, you're going to notice that that's gone, and I just nipped those off. I probably should have left it in the video, but I didn't. But it's as easy as that. Right there on my thumb, you can see I have a lot of buildup at my cuticle. So this is what my mani looks like, and then I'm going to finish off with my cuticle oil from Northern Lights Skincare. And as you wash your hands and use your cuticle oil throughout the day and stuff, any other staining that is left is going to come off, you know, as you wear the mani. So that is going to be it. If you guys have any questions, let me know. I know this was kind of a mess, but thanks so much for watching. I'll see you in my next one. Bye.